This Saturday morning past, Flipside columnist Dita DeBoni was sitting next to New Zealand Herald writer Simon Wilson when something out of the ordinary happened. Dita, what exactly went on?
I was sitting next to Simon Wilson and Simon Bridges, and we were guests on News Hub Nation, the panel. We were the panel on that program. And suddenly we all got surprised by this footage of Wayne Brown talking, being hot-mic'd on camera but not realising that the cameras were rolling, saying that he wanted, if he won, to put Simon Wilson's face in urinals for people to pee on. And it was a shocking moment where I think everyone in the entire studio just let out this amazing gasp, like, it's just not something that you actually think you're going to hear, and it had been staged as a very good gotcha by News Hub.
Because neither Simon Wilson nor Wayne obviously knew it was coming.
No,
right.
That's right.
Okay. What was the reaction externally to this? There's been quite a lot of talk on Twitter about it, I suppose. What have people been saying?
Yes. Well, I mean, even at the time, and that was borne out by what I saw on social media, the people who support Wayne Brown, that kind of entrenched their support, because they are people who think the media are corrupt and paid by the Public Interest Journalism Fund to run propaganda for the government and so on and so forth. And what I think is that Wayne Brown was running a kind of an almost Trumpist line, which is the media is against me. How can you question me? You don't question anyone else. You don't question Efeso Collins. The reality of it is that Wayne Brown has a long history in many things he's done and said. A lot of information and material to mine. Efeso Collins is a bit more of a unknown quantity.
I also saw people tweeting that, in fact, this had got them supporting Wayne Brown on the back of it. What does this tell us? You already mentioned it there slightly, but perceptions about the media at the moment, particularly in New Zealand?
Yeah, well, I think there does seem to be an overwhelming feeling from people on the right of politics that our mainstream media is, a paid agent of Jacinda Ardern. And so we have heard that, some multimillionaires are very interested, for example, in buying NZME because they would like to see the Herald lose its left-wing bias, which is news to anyone who actually looks at the New Zealand Herald, which is full of right-wing columnists. But I think Simon Wilson provides the left-wing... I don't even know that he is left-wing. I think that's debatable. He's a centrist view. He's a real old-fashioned investigative journalist. He's obviously interested in Wayne Brown. That's a journalist can understand that.
Wayne he previously declined to go on a debate with Simon as well, didn't he? This is actually quite a long-running personal issue between them now, almost.
Lots of animosity, enmity. Get those words confused quite easily. But, I mean, before this even happened, before Simon Wilson was even in the studio, Wayne Brown was complaining about how Simon Wilson was going at him at everything and writing about him all the time and trying to take him down and all this stuff. I think Simon Wilson just has the scent of something not quite right. And as a journalist,
you go after
you know that. Yeah.
Okay. So you say in your column, you're a natural Efeso Collins voter, but what do you think this whole saga tells us more broadly about Wayne Brown and his candidacy, I suppose, and what kind of mayor he might be? Yes.
He will be a combustible mayor based on his past. He will be fractious. He seems to believe he has the ability to go like that and people in Wellington will sit up and take notice. He seems to believe he has the ability to get rid of agencies at will. I mean, he has got business chops. He has got, I think he's a man who sets a course of action and goes for it. He's got some good qualities, but the mayor is not an autocrat. And you have to bring people along with you. And also, you're not a technocrat. You're not doing the everyday things. You are providing a vision around which people can coalesce. To my mind, he's shown that he's just not going to be that kind of person. And I think Auckland's in for a long, hard slog with him because he's just got the wrong temperament for it.
What a bizarre little saga. Dita, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.